Okay, chapter 17, The Secret of Succession. To succeed is to follow after and to follow into inheritance. It is a following after that occurs in time and space rather than in truth. It is never about one. It is not about replacement. It comes in a never-ending series rather than in singular form. It is not true succession if there is a break in the chain or in the line of succession, for true succession does not stop and start, but is continual. The series builds to a climax, to what, during the time of evolution, might have been called evolutionary leaps. The secret of succession is simple. It is but a matter of wholehearted desire. Do you wholeheartedly desire to follow me to your true inheritance?
Yes.
Yes.
Wholeheartedly?
Wholeheartedly, yes.
You know, I recognise the reluctance in me.
Yes, me too.
That too shall pass.
Do I wholeheartedly desire to follow you to my true inheritance?
Yes. You just say it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
I
would never want to
wholeheartedly
say it.
desire.
Yes. Beautiful. And no matter what, it's a full endeavor. Beautiful, huh?
I can feel myself really backpedaling this week. I have.
Just allow that. At the same time, you stay firm, you stay firm.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be a panic. There's going to be your mind going to go, oh my God, what am I signing up for? Don't worry. It's a good, it all ends well.
Thank you, Kevin.
Who's next?
Wasn't it mid-paragraph?
Oh.
Yeah, it was. You said, you asked the question, Kevin.
I rudely interrupted.
Yeah. What did I just read? Do you wholeheartedly desire to follow me to your true inheritance?
Just read from the beginning of 17:3 again, I reckon.
Okay. The secret of succession is simple. It is but a matter of wholehearted desire. Do you wholeheartedly desire to follow me to your true inheritance?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Here we go. It's like deja vu. To come after me and be as I was.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone else got a yes?
Yes. Yes.
He puts a smile on your face immediately.
Yeah.
Makes you indescribably happy.
Wholeheartedly, yes.
Yes. The Bible says you have to ask with all your heart and all your might and all your strength. Not just going like, Jesus, come on, let's just sort it out for me, darling. It's like, like above all else, that's where our being on our knees, when everything fails, we follow on our knees. And then a prayer is so powerful that you actually get something. That's why it's always good to stay on the knees for a while. Because from there you pray differently than just standing in on a street corner and, show the world how holy you are,
Mm. Yeah, lukewarm's not much chop, is it?
Yes, exactly.
I'll do it again. The secret of succession is simple.
Very good, very good.
It is but a matter of wholehearted desire. All right, here we go again. Do you wholeheartedly desire to follow me to your true inheritance?
Yes.
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 To come
Above
after
all.
me, to come after me and be as I was,
Yes.
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 to be the
Yes.
inheritor of the gifts that are ours.
Yes.
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 Do you desire this?
Above all else,
Yes.
Yes.
Wholeheartedly.
wholeheartedly.
Are you willing to claim it?
Yes.
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 Are you willing to claim it
In
in form and time?
wow, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Grab it.
Try again.
Yes.
Yes, you resound.
Yes, I am willing to claim it in form and time, wholeheartedly.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Can you understand that what you claim in form and time was always yours?
Mm.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a bit wimpy. Those yeses.
Yes, you better ask it again.
Can you understand that what you claim in form and time was always yours? Yes.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's a warming, yes.
Yes.
Hallelujah. All right. Alison T, you're next.
Really?
Yes.
Now it comes. Watch this.
What do you mean?
Go. Read the first sentence. Read the first
Little-
sentence and pause for a moment.
Yeah.
Little can be had without desire.
What?
Little can be had without desire.
Aha. Interesting.
You have to want it.
Above all else.
Hmm.
Mm.
Oh, you have to desire it, sorry. Desire, unlike want,
Yeah.
asks for a response rather than a provision.
So where is the
Oh.
desire within yourself? Where is that part of you, the desires? If you had to find it in you, like let's consider the body is real for a moment. Where in you is the desire? If you like desire with all your heart, all your mind, all your strength, truly desire above all else, like you desire God. It's like, I just want to know God above all else. I want to know the truth. But that's a wholehearted desire, isn't it?
Mm.
Where does that come from in us? Where
The
would
gut.
you point to? You wouldn't point to your head, would you?
It's below
will?
all else.
Yes, yes, yes. Because remember, even in the Course of Miracles, it says it's the prayer of the heart
Right.
that brings the real answers, not of just the mind.
I
Yeah,
was thinking it was the gut, like being hungry and empty.
I reckon it's everywhere. The whole
Yeah.
body.
exactly. It's like this wholehearted desire, like everything, all-encompassing desire, even would say.
Well,
I
it
don't
seems like it's
it's not a
free.
place for me, but it's in the same place as gratitude. Same
Bingo.
thing.
Bingo, beautiful, beautiful.
And I think it's a terrible place to have no desire. Like,
Oh,
it's the pits.
some schools even tell you, but I think they're mixing up the want and the desire.
Mm.
Uh,
Described in the next section, It's like,
Hmm.
I want this and I want this and I want that. But it's like, what do you truly desire is a very different approach to ask and you shall receive.
I've got this definition of desire somewhere. Where is it?
Do.
That I wrote down a long time ago. I think it's in this book.
The next sentence.
Yes. Let's do the next sentence.
Desire is a longing for, a stretching out for.
There's a one sentence before that.
Desire, unlike want, asks for a response rather than a provision.
Mm.
Can I just give you this thing I've written down?
Yes.
There are 2 syllables of the word desire. D stands for your divinity, the deity of your selfhood. In other words, your mighty I am presence.
Wow.
And what is sire? It means Lord, the term whereby we address the Son of God.
Beautiful.
Put them together and you get God and the Son of God. Desire.
Wow.
Another way of looking at this word and the co-creative power it conveys is to realize that deity sires, begets or brings into being the Son of God out of the depths of his own desiring. It goes on a bit, but anyway. So,
Isn't it beautiful?
yeah.
Desire feels like something inside that's missing that you know, that's
Mhm.
familiar. Want sounds like something out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Desire.
Want is a lack, isn't it? Want is a lack,
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
It's like a longing,
yeah, that's why it should
like a longing to go
desire.
back to where I
Yes.
came from,
Yes.
or
It's
what I.
already in
Yeah,
you. It's already
yeah.
in
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's already in you, like that. What you desire is already in you, but the mere fact that you not giving it, it looks like you're not having it. It's like, where is God? God is within you. There is nothing outside you. But mind will search because mind is alone in its little realm up there on top. Anyway, it gets beautiful. Let's go on.
Desire is a longing for, a stretching out for.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine yourself at the summit of this mountain we have climbed, standing with arms raised, hands wide open, gazing jubilantly into the heavens rather than toward the earth below. This is the stance of both desire and fulfillment, of longing and attainment,
Mm-hmm.
of having asked and having received, of having striven mightily and succeeded. It is what comes after the embrace of homecoming,
Oh, beautiful.
and what comes before the passing of desire and the reverence that replaces it.
Mm-hmm.
It acknowledges a certain taking over of the spirit of desire. Having arrived, the desire to get there has not been satiated, but only has grown into something different. With having arrived comes the presence of self,
Yes.
so long awaited, the joy of accomplishment, the taste of victory.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
But the desire is stronger than ever before. the influx of attainment has begun. The height of achievement has been reached. Your glory is realized, but the desire is stronger than ever before. Beautiful.
Beautiful, huh?
It's like Annie mentioned backpedaling, and it's almost like at this point you can't backpedal. You know you can't.
Mm. That's it.
Well, to a lesser degree, it's kind of like getting sober. I just wanted to share it with people, and I wanted to share, how I was taught to continue being sober and, all that stuff. It's the same thing. It's if I didn't have anybody to share it with, I might be drunk again. You know what I mean? Like, that's part of it. It's a big part of it. So.
Beautiful. So who's reading?
You finished, Alison, or are you still going?
No, someone else can read.
Yeah, Kim, you're next.
Okay. You are not alone in your glory or achievement, and you marvel that this takes nothing from your feeling of accomplishment. You want to share it with the whole world. From the top of the mountain, arms outstretched, this desire too has caused your arms to raise as if of their own accord. You feel the power of giving and receiving as one. Well, this is what this gesture symbolizes: a great and steady flow of giving and receiving as one, an unbroken chain of giving and receiving as one.
Mm.
You offer up your glory and call it down from heaven, both at the same time. But the desire is stronger than ever before.
Nice, Kim.
Shall I read one more?
Yeah, go, please.
You know instinctively that this desire is not a desire to hold on to what you have. That this moment of achievement and glory is a gift of this moment, a gift of presence. Your gesture, so like unto that of a champion who has crossed a finish line and won a race, is not meant to remain as it is in this moment. It is not a trophy for your wall. It is not an achievement you would hope to best. It simply is what it is, a moment of presence full of both desire and fulfillment. Wow.
Cole, you're next, but just let Leanne know what we're up to. Thank you.
We're 1710, aren't we?
Yes.
1710. Thank you. Ho? as was said in this course, is a condition of the initiate. You have now possessed hope.
You've now passed.
Thank you. Now you have, yeah. You have now passed hope by, past Jesus. I think I'm dislodged. You have now passed hope by, as you have moved beyond the state of initiation. You are no longer hopeful for what will come. Hope is desire accompanied by expectation. To expect is to wait, and you are no longer waiting. You have arrived. You have passed through the stage of initiation. You have reached the top of the mountain. You stand now at the threshold. What?
Threshold. Stand now. Threshold. You stand now at the threshold.
Yeah, you now stand, all of us stand at the threshold. The stimulus has been provided, the journey taken. You are present. Now is the time for your response. That response is wholehearted desire, which is the power that A Course of Love came to return to you. You were told within this course that a wholehearted desire for union would return union to you and return you to yourself, capital S. This is the moment of realization of that accomplishment. Which moment? This moment. It's not like one day, I hope. You were told in this course that a wholehearted desire for union would return union to you and return you to yourself. This is the moment of realization of that accomplishment. But your desire has not left you. Your desire is stronger than ever before. Who's next, Kevin?
Sam.
$13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is different now is that your wholeheartedness, as well as your desire, has moved beyond the pattern of thought. Let me return you to these questions that were asked of you earlier, for they are even more pertinent now. Do you think desire will still be with you when you have achieved what you have desired? Is it not possible to conceive of a time in which desire will no longer serve you, just as learning now no longer serves you? If you,
Wow.
if you reach a state of full acceptance of who you are, and in that state fully accept that your contribution is being made, will desire still be with you? Your heart is full well.
Splash.
It is because you have now turned to your heart instead of your thinking, that you feel both fulfillment and desire. But my earlier question seemed to indicate that once fulfillment was reached, desire will no longer be with you. But your desire is still with you. It is stronger than ever before. The only reason why this might be so is that it is meant to be so. Something is still desired.
Wow.
Desire asks for a response. Earlier, it was said that desire asks for a response while want asks for provision. That is the difference we speak of here.
What is the difference?
That wants asks for provision and desire is what? I forgot. Sorry.
Okay.
Desire asks for.
You read it as that is. You read the last sentence as that is, but it's what is.
Huh? Desire asks for a response. Earlier it was said that desire asks for a response while want asks for provision. What is the difference we speak of here? Provision is about preparation for future needs. This is an appropriate response to want, but it is an inappropriate response to desire. It is an assumption of needs unfulfilled. You now stand in fulfillment. This is the secret of succession. Desire asks for response. From where is this response sought? You now must understand the fulfillment of the well of your heart. Maybe I should let somebody read 17.19.
Thank you, Sam. Beautiful.
Leanne, are you reading today?
Yeah, I can read. Desire asks for a response. From where is this response sought?
Mm.
You now must understand the fullness of the well of your heart, the interrelationship of desire and fulfillment. The interrelationship of desire and fulfillment is what occurs at the threshold. Beyond the threshold is the state in which desire has passed and been replaced by reverence. Ooh. To revere is to feel awe, which, it has been stated, is do nothing and no one but God.
Yes.
To move beyond desire to reverence is to move into the state of communion with God, full oneness with God, wholeness. You've realized now that you remain in a state of becoming. And any disappointment you may have initially felt with this realization has been replaced by acceptance. Acceptance has come because you recognize the signs of becoming that we have been discussing. You recognize them because they are what you're feeling. You may wonder still, however, how you can be told that you have arrived and are at your journey's end and yet still have farther to go. You have nowhere to go. The journey's over. You stand at the threshold, the gateway to the site you have traveled so far to reach. You are here, and desire fills you, even while you know the glory of having arrived.
Amazing.
But having arrived here, it is as if a new question is asked of you. Just as in the myths that are as ageless as they are timeless, you are asked for something here. You are asked for a response.
Mm. Not for a reaction. Yeah. Reaction is reacting from the past, acting something that's already familiar. But true response is a brand new thing. Like, how do you respond to something that's brand new? The brand new response that is not based on the past.
Mm.
And in that, we become very authentic in a way. You know, you just wait. You don't even know what the response is, but you're interested. Like, how would I truly respond to this?
And responsibility is
Yeah.
the ability to respond.
Yes.
But somehow it's messed up, that word.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's been like disabled, almost like in this world, we disabled that true response. And we instead replaced it with niceties and presentation phases and not really showing what's really happening in there.
Sitting in
we
the classroom for
responsible,
6 hours a
don't we?
day as a kid, trying to sit still and not respond to anything and be good.
Yes,
But
exactly.
we've got that,
Thoroughly
but we seem
trained.
to have, we seem to have that as responsible, but not the real responsibility. Like the response of our heart is overridden. Ah.
That comes back to that when you're willing to hide nothing, you will not only enter into communion, but will also be willing to find out what the real peace and real joy is. So we become so transparent with our true response, which might not necessarily even look very positive.
Sorry, Alison, I talked over the top of you. Just realized.
Matter.
It's
gone. I have no idea.
Couldn't hear either of you.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking though, like so movement being and what's the other one? An expression. Like we sit in a classroom as children, we're told to sit still.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We're not to respond. We're not, unless asked. You do not answer a question unless asked.
Mm-hmm.
It basically have trained out of you to
beautiful.
Like the stuff we're supposed to be doing here has been thoroughly squashed.
Right on the money, darling.
God, it's so obvious now, isn't it? Like so obvious. It's such a travesty, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you could truly respond, what would it be? It could be even like some form of frustration that just goes, God, what the actual fuck? I mean, where is the whole thing? You know, where is the accomplished within? Hey, Junie.
I think.
Sure.
Oh my God, I think there were so many moments in life growing up that I just wanted to scream.
Yeah.
I just wanted to scream, but it had to be suppressed,
Mm-hmm.
I remember in one of my school reports, it said, looks out of the window a lot. You know, like, of course I looked out the window. I wanted to be somewhere else. What the hell? Nothing more boring than sitting in class not being allowed to do express.
Oh.
Yeah, and regurgitate the nonsense, that you've been taught.
Yep.
So they're not really asking for a response, just take in this information and comply. I mean, response feels like you're open and accepting to whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's a new thing. Like
it's a new thing.
When you light a gas stove, there's a response. You would now have a flame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But no, we're force fed instead. Our minds are force fed. It's horrible. Just force fed. How people make it to university is beyond my understanding. Like, how do they get that far?
Well, that's why we have the society we have. All right, let's see what he says next. Who's reading next?
Are you going to read, Annie?
Sure. 23.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Only in myth is this response to a specific question. But even the specific question of myth, when seen truly, were questions of the heart, calling only for response from the heart.
Wow. So it's not from the mind, right? It's a response of the heart. That's a whole different ballgame.
There's that gut action you were talking about earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, like if I ask her, what do you think? And then I ask her, like, what does your heart say? She's like, oh.
Like you said, the niceties come out. Oh, that was pretty. Oh, that was nice.
Yes. I'll join you in a second.
When you really didn't like it. Desire calls here louder and stronger than ever before because of your proximity to what you have desired. Oh, interesting. Every hero's journey returns him home. Every hero's journey returns him home to where he started from. In story form, this takes place with movement. Years are spent traveling many paths and many miles. All the heartaches are experienced along the way. All the experiences and learning occur on the journey. This is why you have been told the time of parables or stories has ended. This is why you have been told, as within, so without. This is why you have been taken to the top of the mountain without leaving home. You have taken the inward course, the inward journey, the only journey that is real in the only way that is real. We will spend 40 days and 40 nights here together at the top of the mountain, fasting from want, becoming aware of desire, responding to desire. This is the final stage of becoming. Herein lies the secret of succession.
Becoming aware of desire. Responding to desire.
Yeah, there's a oneness that about where is it? Every hero's journey returns him home. And that's what I was thinking earlier. Like it lies underneath all this time and space and situations, life situations. And I guess I don't know. I've been watching, some shows on near-death experiences, and that's what it seems like. Like when you've come home. So, it's by no means an end. It's part of the circle, but it's coming back to a place of pure bliss, like nothing, there's no form, there's no time, there's no thing to it. I am just pure love,
yes.
energy, essence. Yeah.
Beautiful.
We're up to 40 days and 40 nights.
Holy moly. Well
done.
The Course says the ego speaks first, right? Says this ego speaks first, and then what speaks second?
Yeah.
I think that's the state of being, not becoming, but
yeah.
That is not initiated by thought, or even the heart can be confusing, won't it?
Even
like
what?
Is, like the heart. What do you mean by the heart? Because it's about a different personality. It's about the Christ personality, not the ego and man personality. So that is what has arrived, which doesn't need any learning at all.
Yes.
And it is there to just manifest itself.
Yes. It's already there. It's just waiting until the ego is trained enough to realize that it's that it's alone and that it's separate.
The ego wants to make noise all over the place. Like, yeah, I'm here, listen.
Like it says in the chorus at the beginning, it says, you can't undo mind with the mind. Something else has to come and say, if the mind is this bubble over here, the heart comes from somewhere else and goes pop. And suddenly you see the heart and you go like, oh, gosh, was this thing living with me and I didn't know it. So the heart is what dislodges the mind from its little bubble of reflecting itself within itself, and projecting. And then a heart kicks in and it's just like a complete readjustment happens. Like you just can't function the way you used to. And thinking slows down majorly. And the more we allow ourselves to feel, which is fulfillment is really like a allowing the fulfill capacity to generate feelings more than thoughts, which grounds us into presence. How he talks about then the ego or the mind turns into presence. And that's such a key thing. Yeah. With having arrived comes the presence of self, so long awaited, joy of accomplishment, and a taste of victory. Da da da. Beautiful. Any other sections from the chapter we read? Because I don't think it's a point we start the new one. It would be nice to start the day one next week. So
Yeah.
if we want to mull over something that moved you, touched you within the chapter 17 that you would like to share specifically, that was like, ooh, hello.
Yeah, one thing just stood out. Sorry, I'll just read it quickly. On paragraph 14, it just says, if you reach a state of full acceptance of who you are, and in that state fully accept that your contribution is being made, will desire, well, it's not the second part, it's almost like the statement of a state of full acceptance of who you are. That is underneath all the, hand raising at the top of the mountain. Like, it's not about raising your hands and where's my trophy for climbing the mountain, I'm a guru, or anything like that. It's so internal, it's so specific. And I don't know, I think, like I said earlier, it's kind of part of that desire is, like you said, sharing and communion. Like it's not fulfilled until I feel the underlying oneness, not necessarily holding everybody's hand, but like knowing that we are all one in spirit. Thank you.
This is always going to end up in that same place because the words can never really describe it.
Yes.
No matter how much we try, it's just
right.
not be put to words. It's like it is really a direct experience where it's so beyond what can be spoken, so beyond but it can be radiated. Is when you're there, nice. It just turns on this youth in you. The less you become like little children, is this childlike wonder and joy that just bubbles up, and it is not generated. It just comes by itself. But you can't describe it. It's the same thing as a Tao that can be told. Loses the eternal.
It's in the light, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. The light. You can't. It's not about the words anymore. Yeah. It's about peace and the joy and being the light. What do you say? Describe that you're just being. Yes. When you give up this idea of that you are all this kind of thoughts. Or you are not those thoughts, you're just the light. You are peace.
Yes.
And it's a peace that passes all understanding, right?
Yes, exactly. Like, and then you can't tell anyone. That's the most frustrating bit. However,
but when you acknowledge that, though, when you know that, that's where you communicate the best, isn't it?
Yes. But there happens this is my experience lately, is that once you begin to meet with those who know, there is a sense of connecting like incomparable to anything that you knew before. There's a certain deliciousness to being with another, like where two or more are gathered in my name kind of experience, where you really feel that Christ connection between whoever you're with. Like you really see the Christ in the other, and you go, no big deal. This is our natural inheritance. This is how this is the daily bread. I know my brother as I know myself. A couple less.
I just had the image of you're standing there with a match in your hand, and then you just light the bonfire.
Yeah, the whole thing ignites. Beautiful. Well, it's been an amazing year, guys.
You read paragraph 17.3 and 4 with me. I'll read it. The succession, the sequence, I'll get it right in a minute. The sequence of succession is simple. It is but a matter of wholehearted desire. Do you wholeheartedly desire to follow me to your true inheritance?
Yes.
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 To come after me and be as I was?
Yes.
Yes.
To be the inheritor of the gifts that are yours, that are ours?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Do you desire this?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Are you willing to claim it?
I am.
Yes.
Are you willing to claim it in form and time?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Can you understand that what you claim in form and time was always yours?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask a question about that?
No.
The last two? No.
You just did.
Are you willing to claim it in form and time? Is that meaning like that I know who I am within this world as well, within time and space? Is that what it's saying?
Yes. You know how it was said that body is a learning device. So when you're blind, your body lights up. You know, body. Remember when we read the Course in Miracles lesson, that was when you reach to your brother with this deep intent to love and heal together. Now the body is holy, right? So in Course of Love, it's mentioned more like the elevated self of form. When you have these momentary experiences of wholeness and true response, you will begin to vibrate in a way. Like you every cell becomes alive with the light. And so, and it becomes visible. That's another thing. Like there is a certain, like you virtually see the essence of the being. You see the personality of God within. It becomes actually visible even to these eyes. It's like a little shapeshift that occurs. And then suddenly you see this person and it's like, they look like 30 years younger. Or you go like, God, there's this childlike joy that's bubbling. And you can't you can't describe it, but it can be fully experienced. So yes, in a body as well. In a body, even body becomes holy.
The elevated self of form.
Elevated self of form, bingo. That's a big subject in this book.
When it says, can you understand that what you claim in form and time was always yours? I just think that's really a recognition of, and an acceptance of.
Yes, everything. God is in everything I see. Hello. First early lessons of the course, right? Yeah, beautiful. Awesome, guys. Let's shall we leave that at that? Because we still have to read the whole chapter 1 next week. 30 paragraphs. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We've done
Thank you, everybody.
Guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll be seeing you all very soon.
Yeah. Bye.
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 Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
And do that.
Yeah.